Hey, what is going up, ladies and gentlemen? I was going to say on, but up just sounded right to me. Anyways, yeah, what's going on? We are back talking to you guys. What, 17, 18 subscribers that we have, right? Something like that. We need to get more. So tell your friends, tell your moms, fathers, stepfathers, grandpas, grandmas. Tell everybody. Subscribe, like. But yeah, like I said, we are back. Today's topic is just something we honestly just started talking about, like maybe 5 minutes before this video started. It is about manspreading. Apparently it's bad. So Scott, let's do this, man.
All right, yeah. So we got this article I found. It was shared by George Takei. That guy. I don't know why I still follow him, but he gives us gifts every now and then, and this article is one of them, and it is on manspreading. So I'm going to put the article up on the screen, and then we will just get right into it. All right. So it's amazing how uncomfortable this makes men. Now, first off, I think I would be more uncomfortable with some random lady taking a picture of me on the subway, but you know, whatever. So, woman gets her revenge on a guy manspreading on the train, and we're trying this next time.
All right, first of all, like, I don't always sit like that, but when the time comes, I do, because it's nice and comfortable. Like, it's fantastic.
So, manspreading. For those who don't know what that is, it's a word that has recently come into our lexicon to reference the way men like to take up space in public places. It's, okay, the assumption right there that we like to take up spaces. Oh, God. Like subways, theaters, airplanes, basically anywhere a man can sit. Like, this is the shit we think about, guys, obviously.
Like, okay, so theaters. I'm sorry, the person sitting next to me will be a friend or my fiance, most likely my fiance. If I'm going to sit like that, she's the only one sitting next to me. Like, I don't get that. And then airplanes, really? If I get a row with 2 seats, no one else is going to sit next to me besides the person who's traveling with me.
Isn't it a thing though with the airlines that if you're like morbidly obese, you got to buy like 2 seats?
I think that's a thing. Yes.
I think that is a thing. Okay, where did I leave off? Basically anywhere a man could sit. I've experienced it many times, sitting somewhere minding my own business, only to feel someone's legs pressing onto mine. Well, you're probably sitting too close to them. Like, oh God.
Sounds hot to me. It sounds really hot. But go on, keep reading, buddy. Keep reading.
I look over and inevitably see some guy who has no regard for personal space. And then I am forced to make myself as small as possible so that I am not being touched by a stranger for the duration of my ride or movie or a show. Well, one intrepid woman has decided a way that she is going to fight back. Oh boy. I've begun silently fighting back against jerks on the subway who sit as spread out as possible. Basically, I max your stance.
Awesome. Go ahead.
This guy was sitting on the train with his knees splayed and his hands on the seat to either side of him. So I slowly backed up into the seat next to him, forcing him to either move his hand or have me sit on it. Then I spread my knees equally wide and stuck my elbows out just as far. It's amazing how uncomfortable this makes men. Eventually, he closed his knees more, so I closed mine. The ladies across from me noticed this silent warfare. And were slightly confused. When he finally got off the train and I sat like a lady, they realized what I did and grinned at me. Yep, this is my new thing to do on the subway.
I mean, I thank the Lord that I live in Anaheim and there's no subways here, so I don't have to deal with this.
You might have bus rides, and you know that could.
Yeah, I don't take the bus, buddy. Trust me.
No, but I mean,
Might happen.
yeah. Immediately, people agreed. Some adding their explanations for the practice. Psst, hey, you know why most guys sit like that? It's a body language signal known as a crotch display, and it's used to show dominance and confidence.
Oh my god.
I thought that was peeing on a tree, but you know, I don't know. I don't know about that.
This is why guys get uncomfortable when women do this, and also why women are told to sit like a lady. Basically, without the crotch display. When women do it, they're telling all the dudes that they're either stronger or on equal standing with them. So I say, right on, ladies, go for it. Oh man, talk about the third world or the first world problems. Fuck. But of course, the man had to enter the conversation to explain to all the lady folk why they were wrong. No, 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 we do not sit without legs spread because we want to sexually dominate the scene or whatever bullcrap you want to come up with. We sit like that because we have testicles in the middle that are fucking sensitive to heat and pressure, making it more comfortable to spread our legs. We close ours when you imitate us because we realize you want more space, and so we be polite and give it to you. We sit like this anywhere. How are we oppressing you when we sit like this on our own in private? Jesus, not everything is a goddamn patriarchy. Preach, brother, preach.
like I get that, the whole like heat and everything like that, because like for not most men, some men, like they have trouble getting their wives pregnant because of the stuff that happens to their balls, like they don't have enough air or breeze and like enough circulation going and whatnot.
It's basically if your balls are too close to like to yourself, it's the warmth is what kills your jizz, so to speak. So like that's the reason why if you want to make a baby, you wear boxers, because it keeps your junk well conditioned, like air conditioned in sense. You know,
I really thought you were gonna go with the like, you know, science term sperm, but
oh. No, I didn't want to talk naval semen or anything like that. I just wanted to, like, you know, emphasize it was like skeet. No, I don't know what's the proper term now. I don't know. I haven't looked up Urban Dictionary to see what the proper term is nowadays. But skeet, jizz, whatever, semen, yeah, all that stuff that just flies right out. You gotta have it at the right temperature, otherwise you ain't gonna be making any babies. But it's cool practicing. What do you guys think?
How about here? Let me just finish this and then we'll get into all of that. Because I don't want to share this for so long. So she goes.
You don't need to read we don't need to read the comments. Let's just keep going with the article.
Yeah. So she goes on and says, but the old "but my nuts" defense. Well, I would have put it as like "but my," like MAH nuts. Whatever. Firstly, no one's balls are that big, and if they are, you should go see a doctor. Secondly, I hate to pull this card, but I'm a trans woman, having lived both sides of the coin, as they say. This is about how men are raised to believe that they should take up space, and how women are raised to believe they should make themselves as small as possible. Okay, I don't know about you guys, but I was never raised with this idea of I need to take up space.
I was just raised to be comfortable, you know, and that seems to be the most comfortable way to sit down, is to not have my legs crushing my nuts. That's it. I'm not a proponent of crushing nuts. So
I wasn't raised that way, I can tell you that, but you know, like Rick said, I was raised to be as comfortable as possible.
Yeah.
like I don't, like I said earlier, I don't sit like that always, but when the time calls for it, I will.
So you cross your legs, Rico?
No.
Oh,
I'm talking about like manspreading.
I didn't know.
Yeah. I'm gonna cross. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just not that quite flexible to do that
Nope.
either. Man.
Nope, not happening. I'd much rather sit the way I'm already sitting, which is manspreading. Because I'm in my comfort of my own home right now.
Well, see,
no one's looking at me.
Well, that's why that's what annoys me about this whole argument is that, like, okay, it's just not on the fucking bus, or it's not in the movie theater or on the airplane. It's just, this is just how men sit.
Right. Agreed. You know what though? You know what I just started thinking about? Like, say I'm sitting the way like manspreading, and then a person across from me, like a woman, gets all upset with me doing that and decides to copy my manspreading. I welcome it 100%, guys. That's great. I mean, by all means, I'm all about equality. So
Equality.
if a woman wants to sit like a man, by all means, please do. You know, you will not hear me complain.
And then she goes on, it's not about a man consciously going, I'm going to spread my legs to exert dominance over this space. It's a subconscious display of dominance ingrained in men as something they have a right to. God. Obviously, some guys weren't enlightened to see this, and then they go on with some comments and stuff. And she just totally disregards it all. And then what is up with the creepy? I'm just gonna take.
See, like that's too much right there. Like I'm not like going all out, you know.
I don't know. His balls are pretty big. It's probably a description of what a big ball would look like.
Oh God. And then the article ends with, "Dear men, your balls aren't that sensitive. Try
That's a lie.
Women for once."
Oh my God. I don't know about you guys, but my balls are. I'm feeling very testy about that comment. Oh, that kind of irritates me. How would?
Well, okay, so like I get it. Like men's balls are sensitive, but they're not. It's not. It's we can't compare it to like giving birth. Like I can't like at all because I don't know how that feels and I don't want to know how that feels. But they are sensitive.
Oh, but I've heard that if you like kick a guy in the nuts, like really hard, the pain of childbirth is very similar. I'll have to look that up. But
yeah, but
do you want to try that out? You want to test it out, Scott? I'm more than welcome to kick you in the nuts.
No.
Guys don't have an epidural to numb the pain when it comes to getting kicked in the nuts. So like, I don't know. I can't compare it. Unless, yeah, Scott, you want to get kicked in the nuts?
No, you know what?
You know what? I forgot to mention this in the intro. Vincent's not here due to Shark Week, so I think we should all kick him in the nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, we're gonna have to like test it on Vince. It's just.
No,
I agree with that.
I think now that I think about it more, I think it was like if a woman gets elbowed in the boobs or something, it's like the equivalent to getting kicked in the nuts. So I take back my previous comment.
Okay, and I'm pretty sure their boobs are sensitive. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I'd like to hear comments about that, but yeah, maybe for next week, huh? Anyways.
No, but I just can't stand this idea that like as if they know what goes on in somebody's head subconsciously.
Like it doesn't make any sense because the person who wrote this was a man, so they should know how sensitive their nuts were when they had them. Yeah,
you would think that this person would have came out and been like, yeah, this whole notion of manspreading, it's actually kind of bullshit. And by the way, I've lived both sides of the story, or the same, or two sides of the coin. So yeah, you guys should really just stop talking about this nonsense of patriarchy and male exerting dominance everywhere. Men exerting dominance everywhere.
Yeah, agree there.
Oh, God. The shit I find online, guys.
There's probably more to that where that came from, man. Thank you, George Takei.
Yeah.
Bye. That's awesome.
I really want to see the comments, please, just on this one. Because I want to say, like, majority of our followers or subscribers, whichever you want to call it, I think they're all female pretty much. Like I grabbed like four of our
Boobies?
coworkers. No,
Oh, sorry.
4 of our coworkers' phone and just subscribed to our to our channel the other day, and all 4 of them were female. So I would love to see them comment on this video and like to see what they think, because that would just be lovely to me, and not only to me but for you guys as well.
Yeah, if only there was a girl that would like to come on and talk about it right now.
Okay. Yeah.
What?
I don't think she's down for that. She's kind of just chilling on her phone right now. But...
What do you guys think of this though? This was George Takei's pun. He said, "Fellas, women are sick of your sit."
Sit happens, man. Sit happens. Man.
All I know is that I will continue to manspread when I feel comfortable to do it. If it's either out in public or right now in my own comfort of my house, then I would do it.
Well,
stay in your green zone, though, Rico. When it comes to manspreading, safety, stay in your green zone when it comes to that. That's all. I'm concerned.
God. I don't know. You guys want to call it with that?
I think so, man. Yeah, I think we're calling it. So, with that being said, like Scott said, I think we're done. Sorry it wasn't a long video like our past ones. But maybe you guys like the shorter videos than the long videos. Again, females, please, and males, actually, both, not just females, both of you. Both male and female comment.
Yeah, keep equality.
Keep
equality.
I want to know what's so wrong about it from females. And guys, I want to know if you do it or not. And if you do it, why?
Yeah, I want to know. Actually, I want to know guys that don't do it, because, come on, I don't know any guy that doesn't do it. So I'm a little afraid if you're going to mention that you don't do it. But, go ahead. Yeah. Make a comment.
If you mention that you don't do it and you are a man, I will scream at you like Shia LaBeouf and just say, do it!
Protect your nuts, man. Protect your nuts. Spread them.
And with that, we will see you all next week.